Hello everyone, this is Mary Ann, owner of Full Spectrum Design Firm, and welcome to our next installment of The Design Perspective. Today we have the fabulous Janet Baker, one of Brunswick County's own, and who was a longtime interior designer down in Atlanta and instrumental in starting the International Society of Interior Designers. Janet, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I'm loving this. This is great.
Awesome. So tell us, what got you started in interior design?
Well, when I was a young girl, I saw a movie, and it was called Pillow Talk. And Doris Day and Rock Hudson were in it. And he was very handsome, and she wore gorgeous clothes. And I thought, I think I would like to do that. So that's basically how I got started in it, and never changed. I ended up going to Virginia Commonwealth in Atlanta and in Richmond, Virginia, and studied interior design. And then I had babies, and I got married, had babies, and then I decided after they hit some age that I would try to do something with interior design. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
So you have been designing from coast to coast for a long time, and tell me some of your most interesting and favorite projects you've been able to work on.
Well, some of my favorite, of course, was Coca-Cola. Loved working with them. They're a great group of people and a very professional group of people. I was there when they introduced new Coke. That was not a good day. But anyway, I just thoroughly enjoyed everything that they asked me to do. It was something new and different, and I got to go in the vault and get things for decorator house, designer house that we were working on. So it was fun. And then of course hospitals. I was very fortunate and got to work in all of the hospitals in Atlanta practically, but my favorite was children's health care, because we got to do some interesting things, just like in the Aflac Center. We got to do an aquarium that was in a tube that went all the way around. All the rooms would go in and out, and when the children were there getting infusions or whatever, they could look at the fish. So, I got to do things like that were so different. And then I got to do a wonderful resort called Barnsley Resort. It's right outside of Atlanta. It was built by a count, and he made it very European, and you feel like you've entered another world when you go there. So I got to do a spa and restaurants, and learned that you have to make sure that anything that you're putting in a resort has to have staying power.
Yeah, people tend to take their own liberties using it how they want to.
That's exactly right.
So Janet has written a book series, and it's called By Design, and I'm in the middle of reading the first book of this series, and so far I'm intrigued. So she gives some of the best design tips throughout her career, but there's a little romance in that as well. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind By Design.
Well, this is about a young designer. Her name is Anne. And she is doing medical design, and she is asked to do an OB/GYN office and for an older gentleman whose son had just joined the practice. So they meet, and she is immediately infatuated with him. And they begin a romance. But during all of this, Anne is continuing to do her job. She's continuing to work. So she gives design hints all the way through it. Have you ever wondered how high you hang pictures? Does that change with the different situations? How do you figure out how to accessorize in a room that you're doing so that you bring the inside into a new style, a new look? It's easy to do with just a few things. So, and then you always want to bring the outside in too. So how do you go about doing all that? And all those little secrets are in By Design. And you have to read the book.
Awesome. We are doing this event next Thursday. It's December the 5th. It's from 5:30 to 7:30, book signing. So you can come and get your very own copy of By Design. So I know you've done several book signings over the past, and tell me, what's your favorite thing about doing those?
Meeting the people. I love meeting the people, and I love to hear what they've got to say and what's on their hearts and what's on their minds about what they want written inside of the book.
Full Spectrum Design Firm is co-hosting this event with Shoreline Flooring and Tile, and we are located at 212 Village Road here in Charlotte, right across from Charlotte Middle School. So what are some fun things you can expect at this party? Well, first of all, the wonderful food from Wing and Fish.
Yes.
They have great food. I just love them. As a matter of fact, ate dinner there last night. Also,
and I am excited over the Christmas punch. I love Christmas punch.
I've heard so much about this Christmas punch.
Oh,
I can't wait. I really can't wait.
And cheese balls?
Cheese.
I heard there lots of great stuff.
I heard some bacon wrapped, either shrimp or scallops were on the menu.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. You'll find me wherever the food is.
Me too.
And also we have some wonderful door prizes. Now remember, you have to be present to win, but the reason why we want you here is so we can see your smiling face whenever you win these fabulous prizes. So anyway,
and let me tell you about one of the prizes that is so much fun. This is a little tip that I gave in one of our little ads that we're doing for the party. I saw something that's going to be a door prize, and it saw me too. How about that? They try to figure that out.
I love riddles.
Me too.
I am sure that Janet is going to give us a lot of other little tidbits and secrets and the daily, what do we call that? The daily teas?
Yes, the daily teas. If you look at the little invitations that are on Facebook, you'll see the daily teas.
But it's really something that everyone can enjoy. You fellas too, so it's not just for the women. You
it's
fellas.
not prissy.
Exactly.
It's not going to be prissy at all. And the thing that I have been the most impressed with about Shoreline Flooring is the quality of the flooring that they carry here. They have Kerastan, Maslin, Shaw, you name it, it's here. And the wood that they've got, the beautiful wood flooring, it's just fabulous. And then they've got even the designer vinyl flooring that's lovely. And ceramic tile for anywhere you need ceramic tile.
Yes.
It's just really very nice stuff.
You can get custom made
rugs. Yeah.
There's luxury vinyl plank here. Oh my gosh. Whenever my clients come in and they come to meet with me here and I take them out on the showroom floor, they're like, there's a lot here. And sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, but that's what we're all here for, and the fine folks at Shoreline. Everyone's just here to just make it an easy process for you. Nothing has to be overwhelming when it comes to design. You have a vision in your mind of what you're looking for, so everyone here is really
here to catch your vision.
Just catch it,
yeah,
and bring it all to life for you. A few other folks who we would like to mention that will be involved with the open house book signing are some of our other sponsors and local talent here in Charlotte, and that's Tideline Fabrics. So Tideline Fabrics here in Charlotte, Janet, you've had a great experience with them. Tell us about
I have. When I first moved here, we moved from Bald Head to Holden Beach, and I thought I probably need to contact my workrooms in Atlanta to get everything done I wanted to do for the bedrooms and all. But I was intrigued by the name Tideline Fabrics. So I walked in there one day and met Todd and Sally, who are two of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. When I left there that day, I had everything designed, and they did a beautiful job on my house. They did such a good job that I had a job coming up in Jupiter, Florida. It's a multi-million-dollar home, and I asked them if they would take on that job. And I have never seen anything look any more beautiful than they did. And my clients were thrilled.
That's wonderful. I really think it's such a treasure that Charlotte has so many wonderful, talented business owners right here at its disposal. And, another one that's just around the corner that has been just a cornerstone of Charlotte for so many years, and that is Charlotte Electric. man, they offer so many different products for your home, appliances, lighting. You can go in and just get lost in the lighting section alone. So they're going to be one of the sponsors of the event, and I'm just so thrilled to have them on board with us. And also, just across the street, there is Pacific Granite and Countertops. And they're kind of new to the area, but they do great custom work, custom counters, countertops, and custom cabinets. So really, you can kind of cinch your entire design up right here in just a small little district. And we're just so happy to be a part of all of this excitement. And as far as Full Spectrum goes, we essentially can bring your design to life from concept to completion. If you can think about it, we can help get it up, going, completed, done, and in and out. So one thing that we have learned along the way, though, is that customers, they want to see what their design looks like. Sometimes people have a hard time visualizing what it's going to look like in the end.
Especially when you start putting all of these different elements together.
Yes, it's overwhelming.
And I would have given anything to have had the tools that this young woman has at her disposal to be able to show you exactly what your house will look like. I mean, that is such a gift.
It really is such an advantage because if you are interested in having your house remodeled, or if you're in the process of building a brand new house, you can see your design before you actually build it. We do photorealistic rendering. We do your floor plans for you.
And I love the 3D drawings that y'all do. To me, it is just so important to be able to see scale. And I think so many people, when they get ready to do a house, they'll say, oh, I like that sofa. And you think, well, let me show you how that's going to look in the room. And then they can see, oh, that's too small or that's too big. And it keeps you from making mistakes, costly mistakes.
Yes, that's a very important fact because most people do have a hard time with scale. They fall in love with a particular item and they're like, I have to have it. But if their living room can't hold it, it just can't hold it. So you can stand in the middle of your new house virtually and see everything and know exactly how it's going to look, how it's going to feel. And if you don't like something, that's when we make the change. You don't have to worry about spending extra money in the end to change something that you didn't like. We can do it right before it's ever built. So,
and that's huge.
It really is, and and it's fun because people get to see things now in a different way that they may not have been able to do in the past.
Well, and let me tell you something else that's so nice about this. The husbands get to see it. And I think sometimes design is so intimidating, especially for men, when they're going to be spending all of this money.
Yes.
And they're not sure what in the world they're getting. They can sit down with Mary Ann, and before you know it, she's got it all right there in front of them, and they can relax.
Yes.
They may not like what they're going to spend, but they can relax in knowing it's going to be beautiful.
Well, it also gives them the opportunity to express what it is that they want into the design. I feel like sometimes the husbands and the men of the world kind of get a little left out when it comes to the design of a home. So I love to create a space that is just specifically for you guys. So being able to see it in 3D, we can bring it to life for you. Ease your pain.
A man cave.
A man cave, yes. Lord have mercy.
I think one of the most important things when it comes to design, and let me just tell you, I love what is going to happen here on the 5th. It is going to be just a smorgasbord of design. You're going to have designers here that will be able to help you. You're going to have a lot of the people who work in the different sponsors that she's just talked about. They're going to be here to try to help you. And if you've got something that you need to do as far as your new home or new office or whatever, this is the perfect time to see everybody together. Mm-hmm. And that will be super. But one of the things that I would like to tell you is accessorizing is gigantic. You can do the most beautiful home, you can have the most beautiful fabrics, you can have the most beautiful furniture, but if you haven't accessorized it properly, it will be missing something absolutely spectacular. And we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to show you how you can accessorize with things you never dreamed of.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
And then the other thing that I would like to tell you is that I only have 2 books in the series. We have the first one, which is all about the beginning of a love affair. Then we have the second one, and I'm not going to tell you what that one's about. And then right in time for Christmas, we have the third one coming out. And that is the final book of the series. And in my opinion, it's the most interesting. So I hope you will come, enjoy everything that we've talked about. It's going to be a ball, and we need to have you here.
Yes, so please join us next Thursday night, 5:30 to 7:30. And also join us for our next Design Perspective. Thank you.
Though it never happened, it tears us apart.